Welcome back to News Geelong. We head to the world of racing now with our very own John Dunn.
Big day of racing on the synthetic here last Sunday afternoon. And in the opening event, punters put a fortune on the Mark Kavanagh youngster No Equivalent, but he just couldn't catch the filly Miss Mosh, who gave the first-time owners Portellis an absolute dream start to their career as racehorse owners.
Mishmosh goes up on the outside with On Fleurs to take the lead off Beyond Reason. No Equivalent starts to wind up down the centre of the track. He's still got 2 lengths to make up on Mishmosh, who's going strongly. Mishmosh by now a length. No Equivalent starts to pin back and come after him, but Mishmosh still leads, and Mishmosh goes on to score by a neck.
Local trainer Heath Connors has been making a habit of winning with horses from interstate of late. James Jardurius last week from Queensland. Well, on Sunday afternoon, Heath came up smelling roses when the former New South Wales filly Red Roses 2 saluted at her first Victorian start.
Make Mine Bailey's and Red Roses 2 have got the inside passage through, and now Tilly Neve takes over on Red Roses 2 to lead by a length and a half on Make Mine Bailey's. Jungle's Lunch starts to steadily make up ground, but Red Roses 2 is off and gone and home. Red Roses 2 breaking away to score and will win by close to 3.5.
Ultra Finito is a highly promising young galloper, but he has a mind of his own, and he can prove a handful to get into the barriers before a race. He followed up his excellent debut win at Ballarat last week with an equally impressive victory on the synthetic here on Sunday afternoon.
And then Amber Cavalier down the centre, but Ultra Finito still looks like he's got something to give. He leads by 2 lengths on Peninsula Dane, Rouen, Amber Cavalier, and then Porto Flamenco, but it's Ultra Finito who's going to come right away. And Ultra Finito goes on and scores by close to 3.5.
The line around Aurum Spirit is outstanding. A couple of weeks ago here on the synthetic on a Friday afternoon, he finished just behind the place getters in the race won by one-man Wolfpack. In the same race, Escardo ran second. Escardo came out and won the South Australian Derby last weekend. Aurum Spirit, he made the form line frank beautifully with a big win.
Runaway Princess at the 200 though goes to Surfside. Then Polka Face needing a way clear. Surface Tension. Aurum Spirit starting to sprint from the back as well. Plenty of hopes here, and Aurum Spirit over the top. Goes with Surface Tension and Polka Face. Cougar King bursting through, but it's Aurum Spirit. Aurum Spirit by a half length.
That's the wrap-up of racing here on the synthetic on a Sunday afternoon. It's all on again next Friday afternoon here at Geelong. Hope to see you all out here. Back to you in the studio, Alex.
Thanks for that, JD. Always like to hear what's happening on the track. We move back into the world of football now, where News Geelong caught up with Geelong Falcon and AFL draft prospect James Cheetahs.
James, you've just started the season undefeated. How's things at the Falcons?
Oh, they're spot on at the moment. Us 4 boys that went away to Europe with the AIS have just come back and we fit in perfectly. Boys were going really well and it's great to be back. We had a good win on the weekend, so I'm loving it.
You were part of the squad in Europe. What were the lessons you learnt with arguably the nation's best up-and-coming recruits?
Oh, well, you're constantly learning from mentors such as Brad Johnson, Matthew Lloyd, Glenn Jakovich, Brad Ottens. So you're just picking their, talking about preparation, nutrition, just picking up tips about them. You learn about travelling. Like, we travelled over four countries and long flights, so you constantly learn about that. And then it's just like the full-time, we're full-time over there for 2 weeks, so you just learn about, what AFL players have to do week in, week out.
Fantastic. Now we're back into the TAC Cup fixture, and Geelong's had a fantastic start to the season. What do you think's really gelled the team together over these first 4 or 5 rounds?
It was noted that we were going to be a pretty talented squad, and we've got depth all the way through to the 50. So boys are just trying their hardest, playing within the structures. All they know they'll be straight out of the side. So we had to come back in. We had to prove ourselves to the boys. Everyone that comes in the side is expected to play a role, and everyone that's come in has played that role.
Yeah. Now, I don't think you're a first-year Falcon. This is your second. Yeah. Who are the first-year recruits in the top team that have impressed you in these last couple of rounds?
Well, boys like Hugh Goddard. He was brilliant on the weekend, come back from hip surgery, so he's really finding some form now, fine for his marks. And boys that back themselves off the half-back line, such as Jacko Nelson and Zane Cordy, they've been really good. So, really enjoyed having them in the side.
All right. Now, Obviously, being a Geelong network, we hope you're undefeated for the rest of the season. However, you've got a fair few games to go. You're facing the Calder Cannons next, I believe. And the last time you guys met, it was a draw. Am I correct?
Yeah, that was a great game. Joe Danaher, number 10 draft pick, to Essendon, kicked a point with about 5 seconds to go and drew the game. So it was a really good game and called a great opposition. So we've got our hands full on the coming up in 2 weeks. So we know we're going to be just as good as we were against Northern to get over the top of them.
But before that, this weekend you'll be part of the Vic Country squad with an array of Falcons players. What are you looking forward to other than the Falcons final series in terms of potential draft and also the Vic Country?
Yeah, well, I'm really looking forward to this coming week. Playing against Metro, so arch rivals, and it's always good to play them. So big opportunity. We got about 16 boys in the squad playing this week out of the 50. So really looking forward to trying to impress at Visy Park. So really looking forward to that, and just having a solid championships. Let's hope.
One final one. How many votes were you in the Morris Medal by?
I will not poll any votes in the Mathers and Medal. Don't worry about that.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks for that, James. Great to see the Geelong Falcons are undefeated, as are the Geelong VFL and AFL teams this year. We'll go to a break now with more sport next.